Is there a message that you've got in terms of the importance of teamwork and some of your teammates?
Terry, I am pleased to announce that Joseph W. Brady and DBA the Bradco companies will, the name on the door will be replaced by a national, highly successful commercial brokerage company called Marcus & Millichap. Marcus & Millichap is based, their corporate office, ironically, is in Calabasas, California. They were formed 51 years ago by a gentleman by the name of Marcus and a gentleman by the name of Millichap. They do anywhere between 12 to 14,000 investment deals a year, ranging anywhere from gross sales of 85 to 102 billion dollars in sales. They have 82 offices. They have 2,000 professionals. They are incredibly well known. They have really the highest sales rate of any of the commercial brokerage companies in the country. We were approached back about 6 months ago by a friend of mine, Mario Alvarez. And I originally met Mario when he was a CBRE and in research, and then he got into sales, and then he left there for NAI Capital, and years later went to work for Newmark, what was Newmark Grubb, that became Newmark. And Adam Christenhoff, and Adam, if I butchered your name, I really do apologize, approached Mario, and Mario came on over and became the regional manager for the Inland Empire, which means he has a great office there in Ontario. He's right there at Haven and I-15, the MGR building. He's on the other side, and they're on the 8th floor in suite, I think 800, across the way from JLL. He currently has 40 top producers. He has room to grow and will grow. I absolutely assure you. He has recently gone into Palm Desert, and they have 3 down in Palm Desert right now. They're going to grow that. They recently had an old friend that I've known from CBRE and used to be at Lee and Associates down Lower Desert and was with Johnson Commercial Company, and Brian Ward has recently joined him. So when Mario sat down a couple months ago and said, "Hey Joe, I want to come in the high desert market, and we know each other pretty well. You know, we've been kind of working through the details, and there's been a lot of details for it. So I will become senior vice president of this office. The Bradco companies will no longer exist. We will probably, the logo will be Marcus & Millichap, so you can feel free to kind of throw that. You can go on their national deal. We haven't decided if the byline will be the Bradco team, the Bradco group, whatever. We'll work with their marketing people. They have a great heritage. They have incredible leadership. We really thought hard about this. I prayed hard about it. We've got at one time, Terry, I'm pleased to say that we dominated the market out here from 1999 to about 2006. We were the 800-pound gorilla, and then the market changed. We sold to Colliers, and then Colliers came back to the market and said, "Joe, we're going to shut this down," when the Lehman Brothers deal happened. And quite candidly, I just didn't have any energy left to grow the company. I mean, we've done okay. I don't need to set any records. I've set one record. We did $150 million in sales in 2005 and brought in $5 million in fee. I don't think that any of the companies on up here have ever done a number like that. So I've given a 5-year commitment so Francisco Diaz, who's vice president, will become my partner in this venture with Latrice L.J. Johnson. She's going to be on the team. Paul Casilla, Renee Beck, who was with our firm 20 years ago when she started in 2002. She's returned. So we're going to be moving from our office over on Industrial Boulevard. We're trying to figure out where that's going right now, because we've had a challenge trying to find space. And we'll obviously put this out at the right time. But no, I'm tickled pink to have two partners in Adam and in Mario, who, you know, I was probably the biggest pain in the neck that they've had to deal with in a long time. Mario doesn't have a piece of paper on his desk, and you notice I've got 1 billion pieces of paper here in my office. I promised him that I would sell my stock at Weyerhaeuser, so that I'll become more of a techie. But I think it's going to be fun. I think what this is going to offer our clients. So this really becomes, how important is it for our clients? I mean, it's going to be important for us, but for our clients, there are probably more 1031 exchange transactions done with Marcus & Millichap than any of the other brokerage firms internally. I mean, I'm talking about CBRE and Newmark and Colliers and JLL. There's more of them done. They have more financing deals that they're able to do. The services that they offer, it's kind of like a menu. So when I think about just some of the calls I've had privately with some of the clients that we're dealing with, and they're excited. They could sell a piece of land here, and people are worried about that capital gains tax. They can go to the M&M, we call it M&M for Marks & Millichap, their database of properties that they have, and take a look at all the different triple net deals or single net deals or multifamily deals. They are the 800-pound gorilla when it comes to multifamily. So it's going to allow me to do this probably one more time. I'm going to tell my competitors that we're going to be looking for a couple, highly. We're going to be looking up here for people that have had experience in commercial real estate and really want to be a team member. The training that Marks & Millichap does is not free, so those that join pay for it. Our team's going to go through it. They probably have the most rigorous training for even existing people of any commercial broker in the country. Mike Lipsy, who I think is the #1 commercial trainer in the country, and I were recently talking about this, and he said, Joe, there's the Lipsy training and there's a Marcus and Millichap. And as he said to me, he said both of them are very successful. He said the outcome will be great no matter if somebody went through Marcus and Millichap or went through the Lipsy training. So that made me feel really good. So I'm looking forward to working. Mario's got a great staff down. He's got some people down there that have been there for literally 30 years within their office. He has a hotel broker down there. His name is Mr. Gordon, who has been with the company 30 years. The numbers that they do are just staggering. So I'm looking forward to making a lot of good friends. And the next one that we'll do will be a special message out to my fellow partners in Marks & Millichap, because they'll all be partners. I'll have 2,000 partners out there. I've got 10,000 CCIM partners. I got 3,200 SIOR partners. I think I've got a lot of great partners, and I'm glad that I'm able to do this and hopefully train, help Francisco and LJ and Renee and Paul take their game to the next level. And there's going to be 10 slots total in the office, so we're going to be looking for 5 people to eventually fill that. We're not going to fill them right away. We're going to be very strategic about who we talk to, and because we want to be sure, Terry, that the agents that we bring in here are long-term people, that they care deeply about their clients, that they have good ethics, morals, and values, that they go through the training, and that more importantly, that they want to work as a cohesive team. Okay, I created Bradco a long time ago. We've had some great ups and downs. We've set some records. We've generated a lot of money in fees. But this time I want to be sure that we have a team. We're all working together. So they're not going to work for me. So I'm not going to be the broker. The broker's Marcus and Millichap. I just happen to be the leader of the High Desert office. So I'm to say the least, I'm incredibly excited, and I want to thank Mario and Adam for the opportunity. I'm looking forward to meeting our president and CEO in Calabasas here in probably the next 2 months. And after I do, I'll be able to report. I'll have a couple of pictures I'll be able to show with him there. So
Congratulations.
Thanks.